Hi, we're Beth and Brian, an American couple that retired a little early and bought an abandoned farm in southeast Sicily. We hope you'll join us as we get to know our neighbors, explore the old farmhouse, and explore this absolutely beautiful island. Amuninni.
All right, happy Sunday, everyone. It is end of January and absolutely beautiful out.
Gorgeous.
I mean, sunny, warm.
It's got to be close to 20 degrees here, which is like 65, 68
Yeah, so
Fahrenheit.
I do apologize for all of our New England friends that are freezing their butts off right now. But you can come visit.
Can't get there from here.
Yeah,
so it's good.
It is good.
It's great to have this kind of weather in January. Yeah, so I guess the first piece of business this week is we changed our name.
Yes.
Yeah. So originally when we started this channel, it was Bees Euro Travel, because when we were in France, we started off making these videos, these little montages, you know, with music, something to do.
Yeah, well, yeah. And
it was fun.
And it was like travel. It was like all about, we wanted to get out and see Europe.
Like,
so
sometimes we went on a hike.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we do a video when we visited a new city.
Right.
Like Sarlat.
Oh, yeah, Sarlat was great.
And then we did some stylized videos. Remember the one we did in Petrelio Soprana?
It was so fun.
It was like a Western theme, yeah. And then probably my favorite one, and because it was kind of just me at that point, I would always, not always, but oftentimes I'd set them to hard rock. And Palermo set up perfectly for that.
Palermo's just edgy.
Yeah, that was a
great.
fun little video. So anyhow, we changed our name. All those little videos, by the way, if you go way in the Wayback Machine, probably a year ago, year plus, you'll find them listed.
Yes.
You know, on the channel. But some of them are good, some of them aren't so good. But anyhow, so we changed our name, and now it is the Bees Sicilian Adventures.
Yes.
Which is more appropriate, I think.
For where we're at right now.
Yeah. So.
But we are still the Bees.
We're the Bees.
We're the Bees.
Yeah. So, you know, I said I'd never. You should be able to find us. I'm surprised at how many people haven't subscribed, and they continue to do a Google search to find our new videos. But if you don't know, you can subscribe. I'm not asking you to subscribe, but you can subscribe so you won't lose us in the name change. I don't think there's going to be an issue, but
just in case.
I have no idea how YouTube works. It's kind of a black box sometimes. Yeah, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
So
you probably remember we had a big storm last week.
Oh.
Massive storm. And you saw some photos of a lighthouse.
I did. So I was looking at through Instagram, and there's a lighthouse near Siracusa called Ferro di Capo Muro di Porco, and they had this one shot of the lighthouse, and the water, the waves were just shooting up as tall as the lighthouse.
It was extraordinary.
It was incredible, and I was like, okay, we need to go find this so I can get some photos of this. Granted, there was no waves at that point, but it was
beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
And we did a little montage.
Yeah.
Then we did a lot of mundane things this week too. You know, we trimmed olive trees. And kind of rototilled the vineyard and got that in shape after all the rain. And I finished building the landing under the door so we don't have any rodent problems. Started on the pizza oven. I haven't done very much, but started cutting some blocks and laying it out, trying to figure out how high we want to get it.
Right.
And also, on one beautiful morning, I know you think I'm crazy, I'm obsessed with Castelluccio.
You are.
I absolutely love this place. So I went up Monday or Tuesday morning, and I took 3.5 hours of video and just chilled out. So I think at some point we'd like to do a whole episode on Castelluccio, like a mini documentary, because the history is fascinating. I mean, to think sometimes when you're up there walking around and you're walking around on the same ground that people walked on 4,000 years ago.
It's surreal to me.
It is surreal.
It is. I mean, you see these caves and the tombs and what they would have been the houses and
there's nobody up there.
And there's nobody up there. And it is beautiful. It's so rugged and rustic.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's magical. I don't know. It's
like
just,
Sicily. It's kind of like Sicily. It's hard to describe, but it's
beautiful.
Beautiful. So I think 8 years ago, there was an article that came out, and some archaeologists were up there, and it's an open site, but they had archaeologists up there, and they discovered a vase that had the oldest traces of olive oil found in Italy, like 4,000 years ago. It's amazing.
It's incredible.
Really. So
yeah.
in Castelluccio, 20 minutes from our house. Yeah. So.
And there's just so much to discover up there.
There is. And so we went to lunch with John and Diana.
We did.
And afterwards I said, "Do you want to go see Castelluccio? It's my new obsession." I said, "Sure, okay." So we went to Castelluccio, and it was great. They loved it.
They did.
And then of course, John couldn't help himself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to our new little castle.
Yeah, today we'll be installing a new front door.
New front door and maybe a fridge.
A fridge, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a little compact refrigerator we want to put in here, but we got this really cheap. We're having a hard time finding the previous owners. But I'm sure we can track them down. Title. Yeah, I think part of this we could turn into a B&B.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Bring some booze. B&B.
So those aren't the only artifacts either. This is mushroom season here in where we are in Sicily, and we have a lot of oyster mushrooms on our property. But there haven't been a lot of mushrooms this year. Instead, I've been finding lots of artifacts.
He goes out for his daily walks and comes back with like handfuls of shards of pottery. No mushrooms, but shards of pottery.
So with all the rain that we've had, and then followed by a couple days of sun, I'm thinking that it's going to be a good time to find some mushrooms. So I'm out here in the back garden and gonna look for some mushrooms. But maybe the best part of looking for mushrooms is I've been able to find a lot of shards of pottery, beautiful things, you know, pieces that have obviously been touched by human hands. And knowing that some of these pieces of pottery are maybe 1,000 years old, maybe more, it's really fun. So with all the rain, I'm thinking that in addition to the mushrooms, some of the dirt's been washed off of the pieces of pottery that I probably couldn't see before. So here goes nothing. I mean, I'm getting picky. That one isn't all that interesting. There's so many of them. Yeah, that I am getting picky. You know, if you look, you can see there's pieces everywhere. Lots of rock, but also little shards of pottery. You know, here's some here, a little piece there. That's a rock. You know, piece of old pottery. It's a rock. You know, but there's a lot of little ones like this, and I think over the years, you know, the field has been tilled so often that everything's been spread out. But from what I understand, back in the day, Byzantine times, Muslim times, Roman times, often this was definitely populated where we are. As I understand, it was a Greek settlement, but people lived here for a long time. And what they did with their broken pottery is they tended to put it into piles. And I have to imagine that there was a pile here or piles here somewhere. And over time, just been ripped up and spread around. But I'm always holding out hope that I'll find something cool. Bunch of pieces in here. Pretty typical. I wonder about those. Almost look like eyes or something. Like, where did that come from? Let's get some water on that and check it out. See this piece here. Looks like looks like part of a handle or something, and it looks like some little marks right there. I don't know if it was, you can see it's very fine. That line right there, very interesting. Wonder if it was painted before. But yeah, that's definitely a keeper. Another interesting little piece with a fine line. You know, wow, that is so cool. This looks like more typical of what we find back here. I like it when I can see that it's been touched by human hands. You can see that line there. I don't know what it was. There's a good chance that this one actually, because I've seen some that are in better shape, was a handle for a jug. But it's been broken into several pieces, but this looks pretty typical of a handle. Piece there. Pretty boring. This. I like the edge. like that. This one looks promising. Yeah. Love that. Big thick piece from a big pot. Pretty basic. That definitely looks like part of an old handle, an amphora handle. I'll keep that one. And here are some of the things I've discovered so far. Those are all amphora handles. Look at this one. You know, it's like 2 fingers, you know, making that line there. Love that one. But they're pretty detailed, they're pretty nice, pretty interesting, and lots of little edgy kind of things. This one I think is really cool with the lines like that. And some of these bigger pieces that don't have a lot of character, I'm gonna take them and use them to decorate the outside of the new pizza oven that's taking shape over here. So there you have it.
Well, our counters are probably going in this week. We had Gabriella out on Friday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, came out and did all the measurements, took the template and went back, and we followed him back and we picked out the actual stone slab that he's going to cut.
It's cross cut. Yeah, it's really
it is
nice.
Stunning.
Yeah.
So that should be going in this week. I've been working on my little projects for our tables, our coffee table and our little end tables. Been working on those.
You made a cheesecake for Massimo's birthday?
Yep, I made some cheesecakes and been making some lemon stuff with the lemons because our tree is full.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of lemons going on.
Laid out the new addition?
We did, so there's just a lot.
Yeah, because we're getting closer on our house in France being sold. A couple little tiny things.
Fingers crossed, toes crossed.
So yeah, so hopefully
by the end of the end of the month.
And if they don't make us sign a non-disclosure agreement, we'll tell you everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for watching.
Anyway, and we'll see you next week.
Have a great week.
Ciao.
Ciao.